To share with you the universe of Indian accounting standards, what we have is all put together, we have 39 accounting standards which are applicable today in general, and those 39 accounting standards, for a good understanding, for a comprehensive understanding, can be classified into three different groups. And these three groups are, number one is your indices pertaining to presentation and disclosure. Number two, indices pertaining to balance sheet and profit and loss. And number three, indices pertaining to consolidation. Consolidation. So there are all put together 15 Indian accounting standards that relates to presentation and disclosure. That means what? That means these 15 Indian accounting standards are basically focus on presentation and disclosure of the information to the in the financial statements for the benefit of the users of these financial statements, so that they are able to arrive at a decision and at an economic decision which is well informed. Then there are 18 other accounting standards, Indian accounting standards, and those pertain to balance sheet and profit and loss statement. And then there are six Indian accounting standards which pertain to the consolidation, which pertain to the consolidation. So for a good understanding, these are the 39 accounting standards. uh, 15 as part of 15 constituting the group of presentation and disclosures, 18 constituting the group of balance sheet and P&L, and 6 of them constituting the group of consolidation. Now, it's not that all the 39 accounting standards are applicable to all the companies. It's not really so. So basically, there are 20 accounting standards which are applicable to all the companies. So when I say all the companies, it means what? It means these 20 accounting standards are applicable to all the companies to which Indian accounting standards have become mandatorily applicable. So today, broadly, all the companies in India, public limited or listed or unlisted, companies whose net worth is more than 250 crore. So all such companies whose net worth is more than 250 crores, listed or unlisted, or in the process of getting listed, the indices have become mandatory. So these 20 accounting standards which have become mandatory, I would like to mention here for the benefit of every one of us. So number one, as far as the presentation is concerned, there are 10 accounting standards which are mandatory for the corporates to which IndASs have become mandatorily applicable. Which are these indices are? Number one, IndASs 1, presentation of financial statements. IndASs 7, statement of cash flow. IndASs 8, accounting policies, changes in accounting estimates and errors. 4, IndASs 10, events after the reporting period. 5, IndASs 24, related party disclosures. 6, IndASs 32, financial instruments presentation. 7, IndASs 33, earning per share. 8, IndASs 34, interim financial reporting. 9, IndASs 107, financial instruments disclosures. And 10, IndASs 113, which is fair value measurement. So these 10 Indian accounting standards are applicable in respect of all the entities to whom IndASs have become mandatory. Now that is with regard to the presentation. With regard to the financial position, that is balance sheet and profit and loss statement, there are 9 accounting standards which are applicable in respect of all the companies, all meaning absolutely all the companies to whom the IndASs have become applicable, mandatorily applicable. And these indices are: number 1, IndASs 2, which is on inventories; 2, IndASs 12, which is on income taxes; 3, IndASs 16, which is on property, plant and equipment; IndASs 19, which is on employee benefits; 5, IndASs 23, which is on borrowing cost; 6, IndASs 36, which is on impairment; 7, IndASs 37, which is on provisions and contingencies, 8. IndAS 109, which is on financial instruments, and 9. IndAS 1115, which is revenue from contract with contractors. So these are the 9 indices which are mandatory to all the entities to whom indices have become applicable under the group financial position, their balance sheet and the profit and loss statement. And as far as the consolidation is concerned, uh, IndAS 101, which is on first time adoption, it is applicable to all the entities, to whom the indices have become mandatory. Besides these 20 indices that I have just spoken with you about, the remaining 19 indices are applicable in certain specific situations. तो वो जो 19 indices हैं 20 के अलावा, ये सारे के सारे हर किसी सिचुएशन में एप्लीकेबल, हर किसी केस में एप्लीकेबल नहीं है, वो किसी किसी केस में एप्लीकेबल हैं. Say for example, IndAS 29, which is on financial reporting in hyperinflationary economics. So this IndAS 29 will be applicable only in respect of the economies which are hyperinflationary and the companies in the economy which are hyperinflationary. Likewise, IndAS 20, which is on accounting for government grants and disclosure of government assistance. So this IndAS IndAS 20, which is on accounting for government grants, will be applicable only in case of those entities which are getting any kind of government assistance or government grant. And likewise, IndAS 110, which is on consolidated financial statements, will obviously be applicable only in case of an entity which is having some other subsidiary or joint venture or any associate company. So only in those cases, IndAS 110, which is on consolidated financial statements, will be applicable. Then friends, there are 19 accounting standards. There are all put together 19 accounting standards that require valuation based on the fair value. So there are 19 accounting standards out of these 39 which require fair value measurement as stipulated by IndAS 113. So just to give you an example, IndAS 1, which is on presentation of financial statements. So the fact that IndAS 1 is about presentation of financial statements, and the informations in the financial statements have to be disclosed based on the fair value measurement. So that is number one, which is where the fair value measurement is required in case of IndAS 1, which is on presentation of financial statements. Likewise, IndAS 16, which is on property, plant and equipment. Again, the assets are to be disclosed on the fair value, and that means IndAS 116 on property, plant and equipment will require fair value measurement. And so these are the indices which are on fair value measurement. Of course, I'm going to share this copy with every one of you, and so that this becomes a very easily accessible information with every one of you, and I'm sure you all will find it extremely useful. I have done the compilation of all of them over the years based on my experience in implementation of indices, as well as in training about the indices. And now that I have it readily available with me, I would be very happy to share the same with all of you. And not only that, the indices for the purpose of understanding the indices, what I have also done, I have grouped all the indices in 7 different groups. तो यानी कि जो इंडेस को अगर आप, जैसा कि मैंने शुरू में कहा कि इंडेस ऑफर्स अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड चैलेंजिंग एरिया फॉर प्रैक्टिस फॉर द प्रोफेशनल्स लाइक ऑल ऑफ अस. तो अगर आपको उसमें इंटरेस्ट है और उसको समझना है, तो उसको समझने के लिए मैंने क्या किया है कि बेस्ड ऑन माय एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ delving into the indices over the years, what I have also done, I have grouped them into 7 different groups under different headings. And if you wish to get into it, what you need to do, and read them, understand them group wise. सो पहला ग्रुप है प्रेजेंटेशन एंड डिस्क्लोजर, दूसरा ग्रुप है दूसरा ग्रुप है इंडेसेस रिलेटिंग टू सेपरेट फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स एज वेल एज द कंसोलिडेटेड फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स। सो उससे उस हेडिंग से पर्टेनिंग सारे इंडेसेस एक जगह पे उनको आप एक साथ में स्टडी कर सकते हैं। Then third group is financial statements. So there are three indices which pertain to the financial statements. So you do, when you start delving into the indices, you start with these three statements only. Number four is the accounting treatment. So there are certain indices which specifically are for the purpose of accounting treatment. So for example, Index 102, which is on share based payments. So it tells you, in case of share based payments, how to do the accounting. Or IndASs 20 itself, as we discussed little while ago, which is on accounting for government grants and disclosure of government assistance. So these are the accounting based accounting treatment focused in Indian standards, Indian accounting standards. So that is group number 4, accounting treatment. Group number 5 is profit and loss account, and group number 6 is balance sheet, and groups number 7 is special situations. And special situations meaning what? So Index 29, as I just spoke to you, which is on financial reporting in hyperinflationary economies. Now this is a special situation, Indian accounting standards. So this is what I have done, and I'm going to share this PPT with every one of you. And I'm sure when you delve into them, you will definitely find them very interesting going forward.